Hey guys, welcome back to another Overthrow Disc Golf video. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, we are going to be demystifying the reach back. Let's get it. First, before we talk about what the reach back is, we have to talk about what it is not. It's not, ironically, a reach back. The reason we started calling it a reach back is because when people stepped up to throw, they used to do this, and they used to bring the disc back behind them, right? And then they'd have to go around their body before releasing the disc, right? And so obvious rounding, right? Going around the body. So they said, no. Look, you don't reach back like that. What you do is you actually reach straight back. The issue with this is that now people literally reach straight back. And if their disc was here and their body was here and the target was here, now when they go to pull through, they're actually still going around their body a little bit, So then people were like, no. You don't reach straight back. It's more of reaching out, right? And this was great because if you reach out instead of back behind you, when you go to pull into the power pocket and then go to where your release point is, it's one straight line. So solving the rounding issue. Amazing, right? Well, yes, to solve the rounding issue, but unfortunately, this created an entirely different problem altogether. The issue is that when you tell someone reach back or reach out, it makes them think that they have to actively push their arm back, which leads us to the final point of what the reach back is not. The reach back is not actually an active movement with the arm. In other words, there is no reach back. Instead of reaching back, you might have heard the phrase moving around the disc. Now this is correct. What you see with the pros is that there's a point in their walk-up where the disc actually stays in place and they sort of move past it. And when the disc stays in place, it causes the extension of the arm that we call the reach back. And it looks like they're reaching back, but in reality, their hand's just staying in place. This begs the question, where in the world do I leave my disc so that I can move past it? And when does it get there? Now, after many hours of studying the slow motion footage, asking questions, and experimenting, we found the answer. Almost all the pros leave their disc over the outside of their back leg. For a right-handed backhander, that would be on the outside of their left leg. And it's gotta get here by the time the back leg touches the ground in your X step. Let me show you. So your walk up, first couple steps, right leg goes down, left leg goes down, and when it touches, the disc is already in place, right? And then the front leg goes forward, and as it goes forward, you get into this extension, right? And then from here, all you have to do is pull through. So it's important to note that before the left leg goes down, there is some variety among the pros. So Paul and Eagle, they tend to have the disc kind of pump forward with this right leg. And then once they do this step, the disc is over. So they get there just a touch later than other pros like Simon and Calvin Heimberg, where they kind of tuck the disc in their body the whole time. And it's kind of starting and staying over this left leg, and it gets there way earlier. But it's the same with all of them, that the disc is over the left foot by the time this hits. By doing this correctly, we solve two major problems. The first is that you don't have to time your reach back with your front leg hitting the ground, right? You don't have to do this anymore. Because if you go up and you go into it, by the time this front leg hits the ground, you are already at full extension. So all you have to do is pull once this right leg hits the ground. You no longer have to think, is my disc reaching back when my right leg's planted? It's already there. The second problem it solves is that you don't have to guess how far your reach back should be. Because if you're throwing a shorter shot, your right leg's not gonna travel as far, and so you're not gonna be as fully extended as if you were trying to throw a longer shot where you're gonna have a longer reach with this front leg, and you're gonna be naturally further extended. So again, all you have to worry about is not the length of the reach back, not the timing aspect. All you gotta do is once this front foot hits, you pull. Now, as a very important side note, none of what I just said applies to a standstill for the very simple reason of your front foot is already in place on the standstill, so you will have to actively reach back and gauge how far your reach back is for a standstill. That's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this has been particularly helpful, please share this on your social media platforms, not only helping someone else, but also helping us. Also, if you have something that you would like us to go over, please let us know down in the comments below. Lastly, shout out to Hunter Mayo, who after we had a backhand lesson told me that we had to do this video. Thank you so much. We will catch you next time. Mikey, outro.
Testing, testing. Okay. So Josh wanted me to do the outro. I'm glad. I'm not very comfortable in front of a camera, but you know, if you would like, share, subscribe, share, scribe, and before you leave, check out these clips.
Okay, I'm ready.
You touched the lens.
I did. Barely, but I did touch it. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I guess that red blinking light means it's recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, huh. Wow, Josh. Good job. There is no reach back.
I heard there was a reach back. You're telling me there's not?